Glad to hear it, says the Overlord.
Good.
Whoa.
Good,
right.
I'm glad.
I didn't do my Overlord turn during the last journey.
Oh,
Dang.
I sure didn't.
Well,
Beautiful voice.
Now your cars explode.
yes, as far as the Overlord's turn, we see Bentley Humbats, the orangutan general, returned to himself at the head of an army. The army appears to be marching away? From Al-Burshad.
Dun, dun.
Alright, so, anything else you want to chat about before you leave?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Okay. In the morning, the speaker says, I shall send my child with you, that you may know how much I value and trust you, and that you may feel that I take this seriously and am not attempting to deceive you in any way. My own blood, my own flesh. And the speaker puts their arm on top of the first elf that you met, who looks very unhappy about the whole situation.
Don't worry, we'll take good care of her.
Yes, she is welcome among us. She.
Their name
They.
is Borenborn. Please take good care of them.
They are welcome among us.
And the elf speaker...
Oscar, there.
Pardon?
No, go ahead.
Now the elf speaker returns to their dwelling, and the other two elves return to the repairs they were working on. And you head out of the glade with Borenborn in the lead, fuming and muttering the whole way. Okay, so, sorry about that. That means that we're not going to do a long journey for this because it isn't that big of a distance. And you've got Borenborn with you, helping you avoid the elven enchantments at least. However, along the way, you do run into a couple of issues. The first issue is that there is a river that feeds into the last lake that's still running through this part of the forest. And there was a beautiful wooden bridge that went over it, but someone sure did burn the heck out of that. The bridge is out.
Well, that's not very nice.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So seeing as the bridge is out, you're going to have to figure out a way to get across. The water is still deep and powerful, and the current would most likely carry you away. There are rapids here. But,
I'm sure Bentley has some sort of magic bridge spell.
But why do you... I'm sure Bentley could just handle it.
In fact, I was going to suggest Caesar could make a bridge with his blood.
Gandalf did very little in the Fellowship. It is about you growing. Dang.
So you either have to find a way to repair the bridge, or take the long way around, which might take you up to 2 days out of your way.
Dang.
Can I fly people across?
You can fly, right? And you can carry people.
One by one, yeah, you could do it. I don't know if you can carry Asgara, though, can you?
Remember, though, if you try and take Rasheen and Hesmak across, Hesmak will eat Rasheen. If you try to take Rasheen and Caesar across, Rasheen will eat Caesar, so it's a classic puzzle.
I mean, if our mushroom friend wants to make a bridge, he can go right ahead and do that. Seems like a good plan to me.
Yeah. It'll
Certainly.
take me like 3 trips to carry everybody otherwise.
Yeah.
I could leap over with a couple of people, but the bridge sounds more fun.
All right, so as this is an obstacle, you have to defeat it. So in order to repair the bridge, you're going to have to gain an advantage and finish it.
Gotcha. So finishing them.
Likewise, if you want to fly across or jump across.
So you said to repair the bridge. Does that mean that there's still portions of the bridge available?
Yeah, I mean, it's been burned through at the middle, but like there are still bits on either end. You can still see the the supports and such.
Excellent. So what I will do, Caesar will examine the bridge, and he doesn't just want to cross this. His thought is to, well, repair some of the damage that the Overlord or the Overlord's plans or whomever has enacted. There's been too much destruction. There needs to be creation, and he's the perfect person to create because he loves doing that.
Okay.
So to make something new out of something destroyed, he's going to basically sit at one end of it, open himself with his blades, and then try to slowly repair the bridge with his blood.
All right. So you're going to... How is that going to work with your blood? Like, does your blood solidify, or...?
Yes, essentially it seeps into whatever cracks or gaps are in this bridge, and it kind of just tends to solidify and form a hole out of this now, well, the parts of the bridge.
Okay, you have a lot of blood in you.
I do. And even if I die, well, I'll just respond.
At least 3 times the amount of blood the average man has in their body.
Oh man, we're gonna be so full of blood.
To be honest, it's probably all he has inside of him is just this kind of sap blood.
Just this thin skin of mushroom over a jelly sack of blood.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Profit.
Delightful.
Gross.
It's so hot.
All right. So, make your move. Attempt to finish it. What stat are you going to use to finish this? Just your blood, I guess, or are you using some other method?
Well, I guess blood could work because it says using the innate talents of my people, so that sounds appropriate.
Okay, go for it.
All right. What is that?
I was playing a little blood jingle for you.
Oh, thank you. I love it.
It was lovely.
Boom.
Okay.
Shaka laka laka.
So,
Can't buy a blood kit.
no, that looks good. That looks good. That's a success. So, before you're able to get that done, though, I mean, you've succeeded. However, something shoots out of the canopy and into your body.
Oh dear.
Indeed. There's a trap that's been set up here. So, it's actually an arrow that's shot out of the canopy and slammed into you, causing damage to your body.
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose a stat to damage there. And now you all know that there is a trap here. But also, the bridge is knitting itself back together with Caesar's blood.
So Caesar's sitting there. The blood is slowly leaking from him. The green sap kind of filling the various damaged portions of this bridge. And all of a sudden, an arrow just flies out and just slams straight through the center of Caesar's forehead. And he just kind of calmly turns and says, "There's a trap."
Well,
Arrow sticking out of him, blood leaking from it.
All right. So this trap is hidden. What are you going to do about it, folks?
Damaged blood, by the way.
Okay.
Hidden trap, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, Mac. Pull out your metal detector.
I don't quite know if that's gonna help per se.
I was bluffing. I didn't even know you had a metal detector.
I mean, I've got all kinds of things, mate.
Stone sense the trap has, Mac.
Yeah, can we speak softly to the trap?
You don't know where it is, so you can't really speak softly to it at the moment. But if you can find it, then it won't be a hidden trap anymore.
I bet you could look closely for the trap. And that's one of your questions. Ask, where's the trap? Fact. Bentley's
what you
going to
gonna do.
start doing that right now.
Okay.
And that is sense. I should have healed sense instead of grace.
And Hazmat goes to collect the arrow in the meantime.
Okay.
It's still a win.
All right, so ask me some questions.
Do I notice anything suspicious about the area, like where a trap is located?
You can find the angle of the shooter from the angle of entry in my forehead.
Oh my god, I totally did that one time in Metal Gear Solid 3 when I was fighting the end. I went into the survival viewer and deduced where he was from where the fucking darts were hitting my body. It was really cool. Anyway, continue.
Metal Gear Solid 3 is one of my favorite games of all time for many reasons like that.
It's one of the best games in the universe.
Yep.
It's calorie made.
How does it taste?
Yeah, so using your big brain, you can follow the trajectory from Caesar's forehead back up into the canopy. So you can see at least where the trap was. But as you're doing that, another arrow fires from the canopy that appears to be close to, but not exactly where you were. And it strikes your pack, damaging some of your gear.
I disagree. Nuts.
The good news, though, is that you now know where that trap is. It is no longer hidden to the rest of the party.
Okay, and I suppose my next question is, since I got two questions.
Yep.
What kind of trap? What kind of trap we talking? Are these like poisoned arrows? How can this thing hurt us? What is this thing gonna do to us?
It's going to keep shooting at you until you stop it. And from what you've seen, it appears to just be somebody took a bunch of crossbows and mounted them in a tree. And they're firing every time somebody moves near the bridge.
Oh, motion sensors.
Rasheen, your people are dicks.
well, we are very resourceful. We had to
no, you're
adapt
not.
conventional tactics in order to keep the usurper at bay. So Rasheen basically leads the Black Company. Sorry.
So, is someone going to do something about this trap now that Bentley has sacrificed some of his gear to discover its location?
I'm sorry, what?
Lead sacrifice? What?
I
Bentley,
fogged for a second. What happened?
You took damage to your gear when it shot at you, right? So one of your gear things is damaged. That was what happened when you looked closely at it.
Yes.
Okay, so that means that you can... Everyone now knows where this arrow trap is. Bentley has discovered it at great personal cost. So, do something about it, somebody. Try and finish this arrow trap. Get an advantage. Maneuver around it.
I'll do the familiar maneuver, at least by now, of this energy shield I favor, kind of spinning and charging up with additional power. Don't worry, everybody. This seems to be human-made. If anything, I'm built to take care of that.
You know what? I'm just gonna stand back and let him try this one.
Okay. Well, you are designed to kill humans. I mean,
Yes.
What?
What?
So,
What? Huh?
yeah, for no reason, you have an advantage against human technology, so go for it. Try and finish it. How are you going to finish it?
I'm going to throw my dangerous weapon, area weapon, at where this trap is set up.
Okay. So you're going to attack the forest.
Yeah, in the area of the trap. Basically, it creates a kind of an explosion when it hits.
You have any thoughts on that, Bentley?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
He's going to blow up a tree.
I have a lot of thoughts about that. I would rather you didn't blow it up. Can you just maybe leap up there and grab it and rip it apart? Not the tree, mind you, the trap. I made a promise here. The elves will have my hide.
Yeah, we don't want to make Bentley look like a dick.
Sorry, I'm thinking about it.
Oh, okay. I mean, take your time.
Well, you can see the
As
trap.
arrows keep whizzing by us.
All right. So we have to get an advantage before you can finish it.
Well,
Now, if I had leap at it and attack it, do I still have the kind of innate advantage?
I would say between that and Bentley pointing out where it is to you, yeah, you have an advantage on it.
Okay. I can leap to anywhere I can see, so I'll leap up there and strike at this mechanical contraption with my fists.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Very nice.
Oh, man, look at that.
Damn.
That's a maximum roll.
Nice.
Tell us about how you perfectly dismantle this trap.
You see, as Gara given a most effortless leap, at first he looks to Rasheen to remember the people he was built to sometimes tangle with. And he leaps towards this tech in the tree, and it looks like he's about to miss it, but at the last moment he grabs onto it, and it bends the bow, which of course will probably make Bentley nervous. It bends the entire tree as he pulls on it, but at the last moment the tree springs back into place as he rips the contraption from it, lands on the bridge, and slams the whole of it into the water where it gets washed away.
It does indeed happen. The crossbow trap flounders away, shooting corals into the water completely pointlessly, though a fish does bob up to the surface with a coral through it and continue to get washed down the stream. And it's very impressive as Gara lands on the now fully reconstructed with blood bridge.
Like, don't worry, that was part of the river, not the forest. The fish.
Alright, so the trap's disarmed, the bridge is repaired. I assume you guys continue across it?
Indeed, after pulling the arrow from my forehead.
Quite so.
Great craftsmanship, this bridge. Smells great, too. Keep walking across it.
It smells of pine.
Oh, Caesar's blood is a thick Icarus sap.
It is. Thank you. My people are expert craftsmen.
I bet if you guys had made a trap like that, we'd all be dead.
Yes. And that's all he says on the matter.
Yep. And Rasheen's just reading his Humans Are Great monthly magazine, so he's not paying attention.
I hope it just has pictures of all the people back home who have clearly turned against you.
Should we wrap it up?
Do you want to arrive at the heirs' camp, or do you want to leave that for next week?
Like, I think if we could arrive and end the session on a good cliffhanger, we should do that. But otherwise, we can wrap up here.
All right, please be a smoldering ruin. Please be a smoldering ruin.
That wouldn't make any sense.
It's actually a modern as hell, bustling city full of skyscrapers.
It's like we just turned into a Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but it's like a city in Jersey, so it's basically a smoldering ruin.
Turns out maybe the Overlord has good plans for the world, and we're actually the bad guys.
Oh, no.
He's actually a builder of roads and an urbanizing force.
He's gentrifying the wilderness.
Oh dear. Alright, so you continue through the forest. You pick up the track eventually of the people, of the humans, and you make your way over to the entrance of the camp, which soon Rasheen is able to recognize as well. Now, you said Azaris was your advisor?
Yes.
Okay. Just a moment.
My bond with him is I have no more loyal ally than Azaris.
Okay.
And that's when he stabbed you in the back.
Oh.
No,
Of course, what was I thinking giving that bond to an advisor? They always turn on you.
I'm gonna guess he's tied to a fence, bleeding to death or something. God, I hope I'm wrong.
We find that
Oh,
his
geez, that's
fate
way too
has
big.
been taken right off.
Oh.
Oh. So many crossovers today.
Even worse is the bond with the bodyguard, is that Obo would give their life for me. Maybe he did.
You're gonna find his head on a spear, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to pop you over to that map. I just had to make a few changes based on what we've learned. Okay.
Shit, is that a Gundam? Oh no, it's just a guy with a beard. Never mind. False alarm.
All right, you arrive at the heirs' camp, and you hear someone in a tree gasp and a thump as that person falls to the ground and then rushes up towards you. My liege!
Oh God.
Well, that's a strange battle cry.
The man says, falling to a knee and bowing his head. You live!
I do indeed. I did not understand my survival was in question.
Yes, we were told that the elves had taken you and tortured you to death.
Oh
Who
dear.
told you of this?
Their name was... The man trails off, suddenly clutching at his head. A moment later, with a grunt, he falls unconscious.
Bum, bum, bum.
And
Sorcery!
that's where we'll end today.
Alright. Good
All
one.
right.
Intriguing.
I'm not too familiar with sign language. What does that last bit mean where he falls
I'm
over?
I'm glad his head didn't explode.
I was expecting it to. It was like,
Yeah,
oh shit, he's gonna go scanners.
Yep, exactly, scanners.
His name was Handley Bubble Taps.
This is getting out of control.
All right, so you've reached the end of a session. Did we save or protect a community in need?
Debatably not.
No.
Maybe not this week. Did we strike a blow against the Overlord and their minions?
No, not
No.
really.
No.
Did we learn more about the world and its peoples?
Yep.
Yeah, we did that one.
Yeah, we did.
All right, good. So we get to choose one of the end of session options. Each fellowship player refreshes one piece of their gear to its full value. Each fellowship player chooses one stat to heal. It doesn't have to be theirs. And the fellowship and the overlord each choose one player to level up. You cannot be chosen to level up if you're the highest player, or if you've already been chosen to level up this session. So you get to pick one of those.
Who isn't level 2 at the moment? Out of us.
Let's see. Landchrist isn't.
I am.
Hesmac oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Whoops. I don't think Hesmac has leveled.
That's right. He hasn't.
I don't think Bentley has either.
No.
It's also correct.
I think Bentley,
Yeah.
if we want to do a level up.
Yeah, Bentley stepped up here to pave the way with his relationship with the elves and all that.
He's got magic for every occasion.
That too. Yes. Yeah, he really does.
I bet our pet wizard can solve this.
And you know what? We came to a broken bridge, and he didn't get dragged off into the canyon by a giant beast. So, I mean, hey.
All right.
Hey, yeah, I'd vote me too. I'm pretty great.
But then if that did happen, he'd come back as, like, Bentley the White?
Well.
Maybe that should have happened.
I just have different Zubas on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, I got new Zubas.
Well, I will say then that Hesmac should get up to level 2 as well.
Okay, we did it. We finally made it.
Don't give me your pity levels, Overlord.
I just need you guys to level up so that I can level up some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, my drinking body's gotta be
it
equal.
wasn't altruistic.
Damn, he's smart. He's a wily individual.
Okay. So any end of session questions you have here? Anything you want to clarify or ask about? We did a few new mechanics today.
So who did we choose to level up this time? I'm sorry, it was Hesmac and who else?
Bentley.
Bentley.
Sweet.
I have no further questions. I only want to clarify that I had fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay. Oh yeah, so that trap you ran into is an obstacle, so that's the kind of thing that you may or may not run into more in the future. I haven't decided how much I like them. We'll see. When we
Did
return...
we generally do that the first one?
Pardon me?
Wasn't it the first thing we did in the burning room?
That was a
Generally.
set piece.
Ah.
Yeah. We'll definitely be doing more set pieces because there are some really, really cool ones. Next week, though, we're going to learn what's happened with the Heirs camp and the Heirs rebels, the true sons and daughters of Al-Burshad. So until then, thank you all for playing. And until the
Hooray.
next time, all the best.